at the crowd, look at the view here in Santa Barbara. You must be really excited.
Oh, Mark, this is exciting because this is the first reception we've been able to hold for our sponsors and supporters here in Santa Barbara. Just a very simple goal, just see if we can get 2020 to be a year without war, and what we need are people to join. If we get 800 million and major organizations, we think history will tip.
Hi, I'm Dulcie Sinn, and I work with 2020, A Year Without War. And we've had the opportunity to do a fabulous project in the Lompoc School District. And here are two of the students who participated in our project. As you can see, they're wearing t-shirts that say Stand Tall Hero. Stand Tall is a program that our school district has adopted to have anti-bullying language and programming for our kids. And both these kids were voted by their classmates to come and be heroes. So after we had a fun program up there, we invited them down here to City College to talk about their program. So this is Maddie, and this is Ulysses, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions. And the first question is, what have you learned from this program about anti-bullying and no war?
That war may cost trillions of dollars and lives.
I learned that being kind to others can help other people.
So it all fit together, the anti-bullying Stand Tall, the Year Without War, No War, and the peace cranes that we folded. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much. Is there a message that you'd like to give to other children out there about anti-bullying and no war?
Remember, stand tall, don't get bullied, and be kind to others.
And be a strong person. Don't let other people control you.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Janet Wolfe. I'm the 2nd District Supervisor, and we actually happen to be in the 2nd District in the County of Santa Barbara. And I just want to welcome all of you here, especially the kids who came here from Lompoc. We really appreciate that you made the drive all the way down here. You know, I have 3 grown daughters, and I have a grandson, and I served on the Goleta School Board for 12 years, and now I'm in my going to start my 3rd term as a supervisor. And I'll tell you, there's so many needs in our community, and I oftentimes think, well, what, you know, sometimes it seems so overwhelming. How do we fix something? How do we take care of a child? How do we take care of a veteran? How do we take care of an elderly person? But you know, the fact is that we do. If we are aware of certain issues, we can do something. And all of you who have taken this stand to say that we will have no war in the year 2020, you are making a statement that this is possible. And to not believe that. I mean, when I first heard it, and I think maybe many of you thought the same thing, it's like, oh, that will never happen. You know, I've been to Rwanda, I've been to Uganda, I've been to Israel, I've been to places that have been war-torn, and I don't understand how it is that people who know each other, who live near each other, can kill each other. But it happens, and it's something that I will never understand about human nature. But the fact of the matter is we are humans. We are part of this world population, and I think the fact that this was started here, what an amazing man to start a movement in Santa Barbara. Just as we're known for starting the environmental movement, it is possible that this movement will take hold. In fact, it already has taken hold. And we'll move forward from city to nation to the entire world. And we just have to believe in our heart that this is possible, that we will not have a war in the year 2020. And it makes me so happy to see the young people here, because really, we can do it, some of us older folks, but it's really going to depend on you. If we can show that it can be done in that year, 2020, it can be done in 2021 and 2022. It can keep going. And just imagine what we will save, what we can do with that money that is not spent on killing people. So, on behalf of my office, I want to present a certificate of gratitude to you for bringing this issue to the forefront and reminding us that anything is possible, and we will work with you. And I'm just so proud to have had the opportunity to know you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, on behalf of 2020, A Year Without War, let me say that inevitably when we give these, well, not getting quite something like this, but give these talks to groups, everybody's in favor of the idea. They think this is a great idea to have a year without war, but the majority don't think it's possible. But again, when you look around, you see here, I would think most of you may be disposed in the other way, but usually what comes up, people think, well, it's been there in history for so long, maybe it's just a natural thing for human beings. But we've dealt with natural disasters before, things like smallpox, and we don't have smallpox anymore. But war isn't a natural disaster. It's always chosen by a group. And so we want people to think of 2020, A Year Without War, as a 21st century abolition movement. And in the 19th century, when the abolitionists decided it was it's time to end slavery, I think we're the group of people that are going to say, look, you crunch the numbers, you look at the details, the winners no longer win wars, the losers are always the losers. And at this point, it's no longer rational to do this. And so we're that abolition voice starting here saying, look, we've got the technology now for the first time in our history to give voice to nearly 1 billion people. Our goal is at least 800 million. We believe we can bring together all the major world's religions, the United Nations, and a whole heck of a lot of independent nations to agree that we can at least have 1 year without war. And again, for all of you who want to be a part of this, keep it simple. Right? People will ask us, what are you going to do with the big military-industrial complex? That's not our problem. That's somebody else's problem. Right? We just want this 1 year to be set aside as a year without war. So, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for all of your support. We're here to answer the questions. If you wander around, you'll find about a dozen of our programs up and moving, and we're here to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much for showing up. And you're the ones that'll make it possible. The people in the shirts around here, you see, are all of our volunteers that have been working on this. Give them a thank you, if you will. And I won't go through a long litany of names. Thank you so much.
Give us your real principal reason. What's the reason that motivated you to get involved in 2020, A Year Without War?
Well, I guess I've always grown up hearing all these dreams about world peace and stuff like that, and I never really thought about it. And I'll take in Joe White's class, and he brings up this idea, and I just guess it kind of hit me like, why hasn't it happened yet? Like, why is it just like this dream, this impossible dream? And now I just feel like it's time to do something.
It seems like there's a younger generation who doesn't want to have these kind of wars anymore.
You know, it just makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Who could oppose it?
I can't think of anybody who'd oppose it.
Now is the chance. Now more than ever, we have this technology, this group of tech-savvy, cosmopolitan individuals and millennials that have the chance to make this happen.
And we're collecting videos like this, testimonials for A Year Without War. So if you want to do one on your iPhone, your iPad, or your camera, please feel free to do so. And where should they send their videos
Send it into
to?
content, content,
Right.
at ayWW.org.
That's this place right here.